I would say right now Black trauma and Black pain is a very much prominent part of media right now, whether that's like in the news from day to day or in scripted programming, because there's been a lot of shows surrounding, officer-involved shootings. Was there any sort of hesitation toward doing a project that's very needed, but for someone who may think that a lot of pain is being exploited? What would you tell them in order to watch this true series?
It's about Black pain, but it's also about Black triumph. And so that's our story of our history. If you don't want to watch it, it's good, fine with me. But I think running away from our history, running away from the realities of what so many of our brothers and sisters are going through and saying, that's too painful, I don't want to watch it, I think it's challenging. I think in some places, yes, we need to practice self-care in all places that it's necessary for you. But I think sometimes we have to ask ourselves, are we being lazy? Are we not looking at the things that we should look at because it just doesn't feel good? And I'm not saying do it in a way where it's, trauma porn. I'm saying do it with material that's actually moving you forward in your thought process, in your interrogation, in your behavior around the criminal justice system. I mean, you watch this with young Black and brown people. You teach them about their rights. You move us forward. You make sure that you know history so it can't repeat itself. So I think, there's a debate to be had there. But I think for forward-thinking people who who are able to watch this in a place of health, in a place of progress, it's important for us to know our history, and this is a part of it.
It's necessary, and when it's in the hands of someone like who's an artist and a storyteller like Ava, it makes a difference. I mean, it's one thing to tell the story, but what's most important is who is telling the story, and from what perspective. So no hesitation. I'm always chomping at the bit to tell stories, especially from the Black perspective or the African American perspective. So. I was like, when do we start shooting? Let's go.
Yeah.
Tell the story.
And just to explain Black pain to you, no. but so being a white person inside of this, because I hear what you're saying, that you're talking about the exploitation of Black pain as a trope, right? And part of what I think is so powerful in this, I don't know that you need to be Black or brown or white or whatever. If you can't experience the pain of these children and what they go through, and you are not moved by the damage that is done to these families and the power of these mostly mothers and fathers as they try to navigate this monolithic bad that is being done to them, right? This it can't be argued with, it can't be negotiated with. It is this weight that is dropping upon them, and they each try to navigate it in their own way, and it destroys them each in their own way. And the guilt and the pain, I mean, if that doesn't move you as a human beyond the color of your skin, something is deeply, deeply, deeply disconnected inside of you. So I hear what you're saying, and obviously that is something I can't touch as a white man. There's a particular space that you feel it, but I will tell you as a white person who watched that show, I mean, the emotional resonance of it hits. It is very, very real. And yeah, in the hands of a master like Ava, where it's not a trope, right? It's not an emotional manipulation. It is her bringing you into and masterfully telling you this story.
Well, I guess I would lead with, you gotta walk in the truth. And that is the climate and the culture that we're living in right now. And this happened in 1989. But if somebody told you this had happened today, nobody would be surprised. You wouldn't bat an eye. So, and I also think that this story has been told by the media, and now you get an opportunity to see it from the inside. We're looking at the lens from the young men's perspective of what they experience and what their family experienced, and that's a different narrative. So you absolutely need to show up because of that.
And dare I say, it's an American story. This happened. This didn't just happen in my community. This happened in America. We need to own this as a nation and as a community.
And I would hesitate to call it exploitation if it's being told by the actual people to whom it happened. And I mean,
agreed.